The Football World Cup is on. Billions are watching. The group chat won't stop. Scores, highlights, opinions, everywhere. And you're sitting there, why does none of this feel like anything? No guilt, no curiosity, no FOMO. Just silence. Most people would say something is wrong with you. Psychology says something very different. Not caring about the World Cup isn't emptiness. It's a very specific psychological signature. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Your brain cannot process everything, so it filters. Automatically, constantly. Psychologists call this selective attention. Your brain prioritizes what feels personally relevant and quietly discards everything else. For a football fan, the World Cup passes every filter. Childhood memories, family rituals, national pride. The brain lights up the moment the tournament begins. But for someone with no emotional history with the sport, no childhood matches, no friendships built around it, no memories attached to it, the same event never gets flagged. Not rejected, not avoided. Just never marked as important in the first place. This is the first thing to understand. Indifference is rarely rejection. It's usually just the absence of connection, and you cannot force a connection that was never built. When something reaches World Cup scale, it creates what psychologists call social proof at mass scale. The unconscious logic your brain follows. If this many people care, maybe I should too. For most people, that pull works. They get drawn in. Not because they love football, but because collective attention creates its own gravity. But some people are wired differently. Research on autonomy orientation shows that certain individuals run almost entirely on internal standards, not external signals. The crowd shifts. Their compass doesn't. It never did. These are often the same people who choose unconventional paths, resist trends without effort, and genuinely can't understand the question. But don't you feel like you're missing out? To them, that question doesn't even compute. The compass never pointed there. It was always pointing somewhere else. So nothing feels missing. The Football World Cup offers something very specific, uncertainty with high stakes. Will they score? Will they advance? That unpredictability triggers dopamine, the brain's anticipation chemical. But here's what most people don't realize. Dopamine doesn't care what the source is. It just needs meaning plus uncertainty. For someone else, that same chemical fires during a business decision on the edge, a creative project nearing its final form, a personal challenge they've been quietly working toward for months. The neurological experience is nearly identical. The channel is completely different. They're not tuned out. They're tuned in, just to a different frequency. A frequency only they can hear. And that signal feels just as real, just as urgent. They are not missing the feeling. They simply found it somewhere else. And the brain doesn't rank sources, it only recognizes aliveness. The person who doesn't care about the Football World Cup isn't broken or cold. Their brain built its meaning somewhere else. And knowing what genuinely matters to you, and having the quiet confidence to ignore the rest, that's not indifference, that's clarity.